MrBeast has taken over the YouTube platform, being the fastest growing YouTube creator, from doing crazy videos like giving over $100,000 to Twitch streamers.
I will be donating $100,000 to streamers.
To even making videos where he goes ahead and gets his friends to stay in a giant pool of ramen noodles to get $20,000.
Last to leave this pool full of ramen wins $20,000.
Regardless, MrBeast has taken over the platform, but there's some secret ways of how he did this. So we're gonna be doing what we do best and break down those secret things and YouTube strategies that you can apply for your own YouTube channel. Let's get right into it. There's a myth out there around growing a YouTube channel that the more content you upload, the better chance you will get discovered and grow. But what MrBeast does is quite the opposite. With only uploading an average of 2 videos a week, every piece of content seems to be doing better than anyone else on the platform. Well, I mean, besides nursery rhymes that for some random reason gets billions of views. Nonetheless, MrBeast has actually mentioned this. His secret, he claims, is he puts more time into the thumbnail, title, and video than an average person does on theirs. In an interview with Logan Paul, MrBeast mentioned the secret behind the theory of uploading more content versus the quality of a video.
Like, I always believed in it. I just believed as long as, like, if other people were spending $100 on a video, and now I'm spending 100,000, but even back then 10,000. If other people are putting a few hours into a video, I'm putting a few days. Like, I just knew eventually it would work out. Like, there's just the difference is so.
One of MrBeast's secrets to growing on YouTube was the fact that he puts way more time into his content than most creators on this platform. While the average person will probably put about 5 hours into a video, MrBeast can take probably 10 hours into the video production. Then on top of that, sometimes you'll put 3 to 5 hours into the video title or video idea and thumbnail. And for his type of videos, it's usually way more time than that. But we're just talking about our type of videos. Obviously, we're not gonna go out there and do MrBeast style kind of content. But in general, his whole rule of thumb is that you put way more time into your video and in just the thumbnail and title than everybody else, and you'll be way more successful.
And MrBeast isn't wrong at all. On the new YouTube Studio beta for creators, YouTube released a thing called CTR, aka click-through rate. For those of you who don't know what this is, it is, in short, it stands for clickbait. Matt from Little Monster Media, YouTube channel teaching you how to grow on YouTube, actually broke down a quick definition of CTR for you guys.
So what is click-through rate? Well, to put it simply, click-through rate is the number of clicks or views your video gets divided by the number of impressions. For example, if you get 10 clicks on a video that has 100 impressions, you have a 10% click-through rate.
Daryl Eves, a YouTube guru who teaches about how to grow on YouTube, broke this down for us.
Make clickable titles. Now, I was just talking with a content creator, and I asked him about his titling, because honestly, his titles are so clickable. Every time I see his thumbnails and titles, I just need to watch the video. And I asked, how much time? And he's like, I spend a lot of time on my titling. And I would say, whatever you're doing, spend 3x more time on your title research.
YouTube purposely keeps track of how attention grabbing your thumbnail and title is. And by what all the stats and experts around YouTube say, the thumbnail and title is 50% and sometimes more than 50% of your video success. In 2016, MrBeast hit gold on a series that would get him the initial 800,000 subscribers, money, and fame he needed to take his content to the next level. MrBeast started to upload a series of videos around cringy worst intros where MrBeast would react to a fan-made intros that was pretty cringy to watch.
Says thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's actually his outro, and I feel kind of bad because, like, I feel like I could hand my dog my phone and my dog could do a better job.
MrBeast originally used this series to launch himself into the next series around 2017, which was the series that got him his first couple million subscribers. This series was where he would sit for hours on end counting, gaining millions of views. These videos then took off on his YouTube channel as they have never been done before.
3, 38, 4, 38, 5, 38, 6, 38, 7, 38, 38, 38, 09.
2 hours later.
86,808, 86,809, 86,810, 86,811, 86,812, 86,813, 86,000.
Okay, you get the point.
This allowed MrBeast to get sponsor deals from people like Honey and SeatGeek and all these other people and companies that would then pay MrBeast a lot of money so he could put right back into his company and making the videos. To do a MrBeast type of video, it requires a lot of money and a lot of time, and unfortunately most people don't have that kind of money. But what I'm trying to point out is that MrBeast started small and he slowly worked his way up, and the more money, the more fame he gained. That's what he went ahead and took, that money and fame, and put it right back into the video content, which completely changed his game.
Last to leave this pool full of ramen wins $20,000. I will be donating $100,000 to streamers.
Eventually, MrBeast blew up a ton because he was really focused on creating one quality video a week. That completely changed the game for him. He ended up getting a massive attention from news coverage and different news outlets and different people in general and YouTubers, and by getting all of that attention directed towards his name, it really helped him to level up his game even more. But there's one thing that MrBeast did that was key that most people don't even notice. That one thing that MrBeast is doing better than a lot of people is creating trends. I've worked with a lot of massive YouTube creators in my time, and I also am a YouTuber myself, and one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of us, whenever you get to a certain point of 1 million subscribers or whatever on a YouTube channel, once you get to 1 million subscribers on a YouTube channel, the goal is, can you create a YouTube trend? At the very beginning, you're just trying to follow other people's trends, you're just trying to get on the trend wave and follow it, but once you get a decent amount of a fan base, that's when you want to try to create your own trend that you can ride. MrBeast did this really well, and he literally created a trend that was so massive.
When PewDiePie was going head-to-head versus T-Series on being the largest subscriber count on the platform, MrBeast saw this as a way to capitalize. MrBeast realized he now is big enough of an audience to quite literally create a new trend and a movement. He used this audience to start the hashtag subscribe to PewDiePie trend. This not only skyrocketed PewDiePie's subscriber growth, but it also skyrocketed MrBeast, getting both of them millions of subscribers from the trend.
Bought a bunch of billboards.
Dude, we got the double billboard. We don't mess around.
Went on TV.
Grab your phone, go on YouTube, search PewDiePie, and subscribe to him.
Did much more to try and stop T-Series from passing PewDiePie in subscribers. T-Series is growing 4 times faster than PewDiePie, and if I don't do anything, PewDiePie won't be the #1 most subscribed to YouTuber in the world.
When you have a business mindset, it can really level up your game because you think in a way of a business person would. If you think about it from an angle of what do businesses do, the goal of a business is to be profitable and to grow super fast. And MrBeast honestly really did this really well because he thought through everything. Whenever he made money, he put it right back into the business. By doing so, it allowed him to level up the game even more. For me, that's my personal takeaway, is that I learned that really the business mindset and reinvesting into the company is the most important thing you can do for your YouTube channel. So what does this mean for you if you're trying to get into YouTube and you're trying to grow and you're trying to get to the level of MrBeast one day? What does it mean for you? The first tip I would say is focus on following trends that is in your niche. So let's say you're into basketball, guys, and that's your niche. You're making basketball videos. Well, whatever is happening in basketball, if there's some new NBA thing or some new trend happening in basketball, you want to hop on that trend before it's dead. And you want to ride the trend. And then the next time a trend pops up, ride it again. There's always trends in every single niche. The other key takeaway I would give you guys is make sure that you put way more time into your videos. That means the thumbnail, the title, and obviously the actual video. You want to put way more time to it than you are right now. The next thing I want to point out is that you need to realize that it will take time to grow on YouTube. MrBeast, he spent over 6 years building up his YouTube channel to get to where he is today. So of course it won't take you 6 years to get there. Actually, most people can get to a good place within about 3 years if they're taking it super seriously. Within 3 years, you could probably get 1 million subscribers, you could have a full-time living. A lot of things can happen within 3 years, assuming you have a good work ethic and you're following the correct strategies. Which, if you guys want to learn about the strategies and everything you need to know about how to grow on YouTube, this channel breaks all of that down for you. So make sure you subscribe and leave a like on this video, just saying. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to learn some secret strategies on how to grow on YouTube, go ahead and watch my other video where I teach you guys how to get 4,000 watch hours on your YouTube channel to get monetized, and a bunch of secret YouTube growth strategies are in that. So make sure you go ahead and check that out if you want to learn more about that.